What's going on, Money Circle fam? So I want to start doing more long form content for you guys and some behind the scenes stuff so that you can see what it's like on a day in, day out basis as a finance content creator and some of the stuff I do, because money is everything for me. Not from like some sort of like egotistical, like evil way, but it's all I focus on for the majority of my day. So you'll get a chance to kind of see like how I'm living, you know, what I do consistently and how I come up with the ideas I come up with for social media. So I figured what I would do today is I'm going to start with just giving you guys a apartment tour. And I'll show you my setup and I'll go through the reason, number one, why I decided to get an apartment. A lot of you know that I actually do own rental property right now that I don't live in. I rent it out. It's vacancy rate's really low on it right now, so I do generate some passive income from it. But in the meantime, while I'm saving up to get my next house, I have decided to rent an apartment in the meantime. So that was one of the reasons why I went that route. But then the other thing you'll get a chance to see too, which I'll show you here in just a second, is I decided to build a studio in my apartment as well, where I live. And there's a couple of different reasons for that, but let's go ahead and show you just a little bit of a house tour so that you guys can see my apartment. And then we'll talk about why I've kind of set up my life how I have right now. This is the setup when you first walk in. So that's actually the front door right there. I live on the third story of this apartment complex, but this is the studio. I was actually using this on a consistent basis. I've since kind of taken the lights down, and I had a sign that went there too, but the soundproofing is still up. This is where we actually record the podcast. Now, the reason why I decided to build this studio is because before I would go to an actual, probably a little bit better, but I would actually go to a studio in downtown Phoenix and they would charge me about like $150 to $200 an hour. And I would go like 2 times a month. So being a finance guy, can I justify that right now? The answer was no. So I decided to build this studio here. Material, hanging it, everything, including the camera, was like $1,000. So, I mean, that's what, 4 trips to the podcast studio, plus I had to wait for editing. I had to wait for a time slot to open up, all of that stuff. Now I can just get on here, get on camera, do my thing, and put out content within a couple of hours. So like financially, it just made a lot more sense for me to build the studio here, which was another main selling point as to why I decided to get into this specific apartment, because it gave me a lot of space to have a studio, but still have a living area as well, which I'll show you the rest of it right now. So this is the house. Say what's up, Kenya. So this is the rest of the apartment right here. It is a 1-bedroom. Don't mind, I don't have furniture yet completely, so don't grill me in the comments, but this 10-foot island I really liked because it creates a nice little barrier from the studio to the actual living quarters. So we have stainless steel appliances. I believe this is marble countertops, which is super cool. I obviously have my books and all that good stuff here. All this stuff is going to be, it'll come together with time. But I'm also experimenting right now with a secondary studio right here. So obviously you'll see like my desk and all that stuff here. So I'll record my short form content here because I have the lights in the back and I have all of that. So this is kind of like a secondary studio. Whereas over there, the podcast studio is where we're going to do the long form stuff. So this is kind of that setup here. And again, it was something that for me, I wanted to have an area where I could like kind of chill, relax, do my thing, get work done, but then I could have the other area that I could record content and do long form over there, which is again going to be the podcast and things that you see here. Talk about the kitchen, I guess, if you guys want to, but I don't spend a whole lot of time in here. Being somebody who is more focused on like scaling, building business, helping as many people as I can, there's not a lot of magic that happens here. I'm probably one of the most generic eaters that you guys, I mean, I can even show you the refrigerator if you want to, but it's, I mean, you have pizza rolls, you have, you know, ice cream, you have all of that bachelor type stuff. And then of course, I mean, just all all the essentials is what I'll say. So I don't spend a whole lot of time in the kitchen. For me, I'm always on the go. I'm working on business. I have something going on that's going to help me scale, get better, and help more people. So, I mean, yeah, it serves its purpose. Let's just say that. And this is like my sports memorabilia area. I don't know. I am a big sports person. So this is just some of the stuff that I have. Vince Carter, Randy Moss. I'm a White Sox fan, so there's that. I got this awesome Drake mask from my niece. Actually, I might use it for some content. I don't know. All right, comment down below if you guys think that I should use this Drake mask more often for my content. I'm going to give you guys the rest of the tour. So we have the bathroom here. Nothing crazy going on. You know, just kind of get my squeaky bubbly going on. And then we have the bedroom. And again, this is just something for me. I sleep. That's it. There's not magic happens, sleep happens, all of that stuff. And the pillows are there. I know I'm going to get questions in the comments. The pillows are there because I sleep with the fan on. And when the fan's on, these things blow every which way and it creates a lot of noise when I'm sleeping. So your boy needs his angelic sleep. So I have to keep the pillows there so that it's not constantly waking me up of the clash of the blinds against the wall. So don't judge me, okay? Don't judge me. So why did I decide to do an apartment rather than buying a second house? And the answer to that is because I didn't make enough money in my first year with my current rental to get a second one. So when you're qualifying for some of these investment loans, what they want to see is they can use the rental property income that you get, but they need to see a certain percentage of your income coming from that rental. And so my first year was really just focused on keeping it occupied more than having it vacant. So in order to do that in the first year, I kept my prices pretty low. This second year, 2024, has been focused on me generating as much profit as possible. So my goal is I will be in this apartment till at least May of 2025, and then we'll see if I can qualify again at that time. If I do, awesome. If not, no big deal. I'll just stay in this apartment and continue to scale the business in the meantime. But I want to kind of keep you guys up to date with my current living situation because I still do have the rental, but because I'm focused on my rental and I'm focused on social media and scaling that as well as the community, a lot of my money is being dedicated toward other investments right now. And so that's why I've kind of had to take a step back, if you will, and go the apartment route. But that's why I decided to do that. So you go, Money Circle fam, a little bit more into my life, how I'm living right now, and why I decided to make the moves that I've made over the past year. But my goal is to continue creating more transparency within the Money Circle community so that you guys can see what exactly drives me, what exactly I do on a regular basis, and why I'm able to continue to grow my wealth. Because a lot of it does take discipline. Like, I do cut back in certain areas of my life because they're not important to me. Like, you guys get a chance to see my car in future videos, but I drive an older car. I could get a newer car and have a car payment and all that stuff, but that goes totally against my goals financially. So I want to give you guys more of like an in-depth look as to what my life looks like as I continue to build my wealth over the next 5, 10, 15 years. But I hope you guys enjoyed. If you do like this video and you want more content of total transparency and just seeing what I do on a consistent basis, make sure you drop that in the comments and subscribe to this channel because I'm going to keep doing this for you guys as much as I possibly can. But I hope you have a great rest of your day and we'll talk soon.